Hey there, folks. It's Patrick, and I'm just a dude trying to save the world. Hypnosis or hypnotherapy is medically described as a trance-like state in which one experiences heightened focus or attention. It is used to help with pain control, behavior change, the side effects of cancer treatments, as well as mental health conditions. I myself have never been hypnotized, but I feel like it's a useful metaphor here. As human beings, we always act and feel and perform in accordance with what we imagine to be true about ourselves, our self-image, and the environment around us. When observing a hypnotized subject, we may tend to feel like there is something either occult or perhaps even vaudevillian about what we are witnessing, when in fact we are seeing the normal operating processes of the human brain and nervous system. You may have seen a demonstration wherein a subject under hypnosis was told that their hand is freezing cold as if exposed in a snowstorm. The subject may shiver and even develop goosebumps on their arm. Remarkably, this has been demonstrated on college students who, while wide awake, were told to imagine that one hand is immersed in ice water. Thermometer readings showed that there was an actual drop in the temperature of the treated hand. When the college students were told to imagine that a spot on their forehead was hot, temperature readings indicated an increase in temperature. When a good hypnotic subject is told that the hypnotist's finger is a red-hot poker, not only do they imagine the heat and recoil, but their lymphatic and cardiovascular systems would also react and produce inflammation on the skin. The point to be made here is this: your nervous system does not know the difference between an imagined experience and a real one. A few days ago, while driving, I caught the reflection of something in the periphery of my glasses. My eye caught it, the optic nerve receiving light signals from about 125 million photoreceptor cells, transmitted it through the various millions of connections connecting my eyes to my brain, where it was perceived and reprocessed through perhaps billions of other synapses, then filtered through my subconscious mind, and literally all of the influences, experiences, and occurrences in my entire life, all in as little as 13 milliseconds. In my brain, it was processed based upon the aforementioned historical and influential data as a vehicle bearing down on my car on the driver's side, signaling an imminent impact. My central nervous system produced a jolt, sprang reflectively into action, my heart rate quickened, my reactivity sharpened, and I instantly began the process of preparing for evasive maneuvering. As part of the reactivity process, I quickly glanced first out the window, and then into the side mirror, and then over my shoulder, almost as quickly realizing that there was nothing there. Nothing at all. In short, I almost pooped in my pants due to my subconscious mind's imagined perception and my central nervous system's immediate reaction to something that was wholly imagined. But this feeling, this emotion, came after all of the involuntary, unimaginably precise mechanics and faster than anything imaginable transmission of vividly imagined data to my subconscious mind and then to my central nervous system. We've all experienced something along these lines, perhaps dozens, hundreds, even thousands of times in our lives, and the common misperception is that we were startled or scared, that an emotion based on imagined occurrences was the impetus for the reactions in our body. But nothing could be further from the truth. The part where I almost crapped in my chonies a little, the emotion, the reality, was not first, not the cause, but it was in fact the result of something my subconscious mind first imagined and that my central nervous system then believed to be true. We are all, in a sense, hypnotized subjects. We move through our lives day after day being guided or misguided by what our physiological senses, they in themselves, while similar, ever so slightly different from other humans' sensors, transmit to our brains. The data are filtered through our subconscious mind and our self-image, and then our central nervous system, which generates the emotions and outward physical responses related to our perceptions. This being the case, these results govern not just how we live our lives, but the way in which we live. The things we have, the people we hold close, everything we do is directed by that data, filtered through our subconscious self-image from which the central nervous system impartially and obediently acts. In essence, our self-image, as I've mentioned before, is the ultimate arbiter through which all our beliefs and all our calls to action are impressed upon the central nervous system, and from which all of our internal and external results manifest. This is how we live and build our lives. And this mechanism works impartially to act on whatever data is ultimately fed to it. It will work tirelessly and independently 24 hours a day to build the kind of life our self-image has told it we are capable of. It works equally hard yet effortlessly to create a magnificent, fulfilling, and happy life, as it will also work equally hard to build a life full of doubt, fear, lack, and limitation. But while we are, in essence, running a program, if you will, I need you to know that the excellent thing is we can change the program. I've used the words imagine and imagine several times. It is important because this is the foundational component in the process of programming, and even more importantly, reprogramming the self-image and ultimately the central nervous system. Recall that the central nervous system does not know the difference between a real occurrence and a deeply imagined one. It acts with equal diligence and effectiveness whether the data inputted is real or imagined. And this is where it gets really freaking cool, because changing this shit works. And I'm going to show you how. So subscribe, like it if you want. Share, please, if you're so inclined, because I'm just a dude. Just one dude trying to save the world. I hope you're all well and safe and happy. And we'll see you next time.